What's up, y'all? It's a wonderful day to trade. Ooh, isn't it? Oh, it's been a wonderful week. It's been a wonderful everything. It's been a wonderful month. It's been one hell of a month. We've done so much stuff here last month. We won a trading contest. Tried to enter another one. Trading views having contest, but I didn't qualify to enter because you required you to have an active trading view subscription, which is weird because we're like, an enterprise customer, which is an active or not a subscription. They call them. Trading view was like you have to have any paid plan. I'm like, this is a paid plan. I have the most expensive paid plan you got. They're like, well, you need one of the monthly plans. I was like, you mean paying you thousands a month? I gotta pay you the $12 a month to enter your contest. Silly trading view. I'm still fighting to get into that one though. I'm like, let me speak to you. I was very caring about it. I was like, let me speak to your supervisor. You guys are funny. Thanks for saying, hey, what's up? Ready to do this? Oh, I gotta post this chat in here. All right, let's go. So we'll see if TradingView lets me in their contest. I'll be excited if they do. I like to go sweep the floor. Another place. There's like thousands of literally thousands of people in this contest. Oh god, I'd love to go. Does ETF have integration with Tradeovate? Yes, they do. Matter of fact, it's probably their most commonly used platform. Most platforms have integrations with Tradeovate because Tradeovate's like basically built the API that most all prop firms sit on. Some of them built off of like Rhythmic and other their APIs, but basically like Tradeovate's probably 90% of all prop firm activity these days. Rhythmic and some other, Rhythmic's closer to the 10% ish, 15, 10. There's a couple others. Good. Which Tradeovate we get an update? Still quite buggy here. I wish Tradeovate would open their API third-party developers. And I call Rick once a year to bug him about this. Tell him, and then merger with Ninja, they closed out their API, so like companies like us can't trade through Tradeovate through our platform. Used to, you could, but that was before we built the platform. We could have locked in that legacy CQG API that TradingView did. In TradingView, you can log into your Tradeovate, but no one else can. The doors are shut. But I do have a promise that when they do open it back up, I would be the first to know. So the minute Ninja allows third-party developers, hopefully I can get a nice little email or phone call that lets us know the doors are open, and we'll be the first people that has a connected Tradeovate right here. Right here. We'll be the first. I'd be the first person to make. I'd stop all work and allow people to connect to it. That'd be huge. So many people use it. But they're in the platform business, so It's like Apple's in the phone business, and they sell Apple exclusive accessories. That to be a universal product. I want you to be internal to their ecosystem. Then that's their current model now. Market opens 1 minute. Let's go. You bought from the bottom blue line. I love when people say random stuff that I don't understand. You talking about from here? The bottom blue line on S&P? What are you talking about? People, when you just tell me you bought from a random blue line, you talking about on my screen? Oh, okay. Right here. Good morning, guys. What's up? Good morning. YouTube saying did keep the Zoom, kick him out. The Zoom was no. Cat was 15, trying to enter too late. They said the cat was 15. Oh, for the Tradeovate trading view competition. I know. Don't worry. Rocket Zero will go sweep the house the next one. All right, market's open. Let's go right again. You need to read up on what today's liquidity maps are going to be. Let's go straight to it. All right, our futures actually in general. We have open kind of in the middle. S&P floating in the middle. 2 DD bands are above monthly hedge. Fisher came out a little bit lower. This is the new trading month, so that looks good. We always know orange is a pretty solid support. It's been trying to break towards the end of last month, but orange is a good support. DD band is a good support. This ratio is greater than half, which we'll see if we get it. Nasdaq already completed the move overnight. I hate when you tap DD because it makes today kind of like a non-exciting trading day. For these maps to come through. All right, let's go. Let's get those maps, baby. Come on. No way. BRSU? That is insane. Okay. I'm digging this new lo-fi beats music. Okay, wow. Okay, BRSUs across the board. These are bear setups with no bear pivot in the way. This is incredible. All right, guys. So let's check it out. Let's wait till we get all the data coming through. All right. Wait a minute. I think this is caching last week's day. That's not correct. This is still drawing. There it is. Now it's starting to come through. Russell Bear's on bottom break inside of the liquidity pocket. Nothing exciting there. Wow. Okay, so QQQ is not loading. Mine is not loading the current liquidity maps. Let me re-pull them. Yeah, that's not right. Yours just loaded. Yeah, this is not today's maps. It's still caching the old ones. Let's pull it up. There's the reload. Okay, there it is. I was going to say. All right, so today's setup. Open middle, closed middle. So there's really nothing. Oh, good. I'm glad I'm not even in this one. Normally, I would long from here to next resistance. With resilience less than 0. Problem is res less than 0 right out the door. Then here to here is the desired move. Normally, I would long from there all the way to there. And it would create a hedge break. But the problem is res is likely to pull things down. So with negative resilience, we already have top of the bear zone is actually resistance today. So we have two competing indicators today. Res is wanting to pull us down from there. This is going to complete the picture from there. And actually, this is the high of day. So with settings like this, we're likely to be inside of there at best case scenario. We also hit DD band top of QQQ, so this thing's likely to pull back today. So it might be a sit out day, and it's unsexy as that sounds. Boys and girls, we love to read this market. We draw the arrows on the chart. You know how it goes. All right. Check out S&P. Usually here to here is a trade almost every single time. Again, with negative resilience, though, it wants to pull this way. D-band, our D ratio is still good. Bullish market, we're still okay. That's here today. Inside of here, I always long from here to there. I take this trade every single time. You know me, I love to take that trade. But it'd be a scalp if there ever was one. 10 points, kind of dangerous. Question is, do I want to do it? Resilience is looking a little better, but even so, S&P opening in technically a, let's see where we open there. S&P open mean reversion. It's likely to close mean reversion somewhere in here. High of day, bull zone, same thing. So this is a choppy, violent sort of day. Obviously, there's big support. We're above MHP again, so market's looking good. There's not really a lot of actionability today. Don't you love rocket security? You can wake up, look at the market, and say, or maybe excited to jump in on these dips. All of a sudden, both of these trade setups have eliminated themselves as being great opportunities to do anything. Boy, this is how you get the high win rates. Trader, you sit here and choose what you like and don't like. Market. Already tapped that DD band. I hate when this already happens pre-market, because that is my profit target. Anytime you achieve it once, I never try to bet you achieve it again. So, in light of that, this market just looked like it's trying to do something like this, and despite what it does, it might be on a trajectory like that. Until the end of the day, finally pop up. Closing those mean reverting zones. I don't think there's good trade setups at all across the board. What do you guys think? I can hit that bear zone in the S&P, but that's about it. That is literally about it. That's my opinion. I'm a little... I mean... Okay, maybe like a nice, chill, lazy day. Looks like chops on the menu. Not today. Chop suey. What kind of chops you guys want? How would you like your steaks cooked? Talk about medium, medium rare, medium sit out. It's a great way to use steak. Not today. That's right. Diddy says not today. Not the bad Diddy, but the good Diddy. Liquidity map's not loading on mobile. They should be loading. It's just not refreshing maybe on mobile. Be refresh your platform. They load in general at the same time everywhere. If it's done on the server, double check. Make sure you're connected, by the way. A lot of times, make sure you do that. Hold on. Boo! What a boring day today. Just checked out to see what's going on with our dynamic hedge pressure. That's coming out overnight. I mean, sorry, over the week. You notice your number is slower than mine. I watch stream every day. It took way longer for your number to show up in Rocket Scooter. It's an internet thing. So as soon as the calculation's done, it'll just pop up on Rocket Scooter. There really is no difference. Your browser, it's like a browser experience. There shouldn't be really much of a difference between me loading it and you loading it. All right, so setups today, kind of boring. Bull zone to bear zone is always a decent setup to take. Resilience is working its way positive with the S&P, which is good. Negative on Nasdaq, which is kind of meh. Res is going to try to yank us down. Res greater than 0 going to yank us up. But you can see we are kind of locked inside of here. This is hard resistance. This is hard support. It's going to be one of those kind of like hard to guess choppy days. There's really not a lot of breakout potential. Obviously, if we do break through here, bull zone and hedge pressure break, this is a long chase, but then problem is you run right into DD band all over again. Likely pulls back. So this is not a big breakout rally day, I don't think, but this is the first day of the new trading month. As is looking positive now. So like this is just kind of chop city inside of here. Bear zone above bull zone is a very hard resistance, so we don't usually touch this. Kind of okay. Great way to start the month. check out the monthly maps just to double check. Because on Friday, leading into the end of the month, monthly maps are a little, and they didn't really change that much. So this is actually, so let's be real today. This is actually pretty bearish. Our stuff has been showing this for the last, 3 or 4 days, I think. So bear zone, remember bear zone top is resistance. So the high is resistance now leading through almost the end of the year on QQQ. So we have shifted the dynamic as of this week that the market is looking to try to top out around here through the end of the year. We used to have this really strong bull market through the end of the year. And monthly maps now showing you the signs that that's not the case. Let me highlight the bull zone right here. The bull zone is experiencing a week of additional liquidating. Okay, do we all see this, everybody? This is why you're here. This is why you're here watching us instead of watching the Furus. We've got a week of selling here. Do y'all see that? Robert says, new lifetime member here, started 20 days, less than 2. OMG, capital letters. Learned so much. Today, calendar month, I understand market maker, so now never factored options in market maker and integrated math with it. Yes. So here we go. Right. So monthly map is showing us a clear sign of bull liquidating. Whenever you see the bull side sloping up like this, this is bull selling. We're going to experience a week of selling pressure. So it's good right now to not try to take big breakout longs. This is not going to be the dip, I don't think, to buy on to break out the new highs. This is bull selling. Right. We always know when you have bull sellings and bears entering the picture, new shorts, new selling, it's illiquid to the downside. Okay. So bulls are selling, exiting longs to cash. Right. Bear is shorting. Yeah, two sides selling, so the market's likely to be working its way down. Now, the sad part about this is that QQQ has resistance all the way through the end of the year now. Not the best sign. Not the best sign for a big rocket rally. Sad days. I was kind of hoping for some really strong bull runs to lead into Black Friday. But, you know, market is what the market is. But you know what you do? We read the market like a book. We react. The market doesn't give you a good day. See, when life gives you lemons, you can make lemonade, right? Actually, I heard that life didn't even ever give us lemons. I heard the lemons is a hybrid between an orange and a citron or something. So actually, we gave ourselves lemons. But anyways, point being said, the market gives you shit. You got to do nothing. John, I think we gave ourselves lemons. Uh-oh. Bearishness trying to manifest. Volatile, illiquid. I don't like starting off the month this way, so. Bull zone to bear zone, always a setup. Bull zone to bear zone, always a setup. Let's check out S&P. How do I tell how long the bearish signal going to last base in the monthly chart? It's dates. It's how the dates on the bottom. That's what it lines up with. The S&P is a little similar boat. S&P is trading in bear zone, and it's illiquid for the next week or two. S&P in the same boat. Now again, the market is trying to sell its way down. This goes all the way till November 22nd. So through this week, bull side selling, bear side shorting. So the market's illiquid from here. But then the S&P starts to right itself a little bit inside of here. So, and then it is just completely illegible and choppy. You see this right here? The market has no idea what it wants to do from here. Oh, and we do have a gap fill. Kind of still sitting there. So the nice, clean, it's not bullish from here forward. It's kind of not bearish either. It's a little bit all over the place. Market gets a little liquid and less volatile here, but it is choppy and chaotic. There's not a lot of read from this. So the market right now needs some time to figure itself out. So what we do in this mode is just to not think too hard about it. Let the market come back. Remember, you guys remember in October when I had like 2-3 losing days? That's it. And this is November where the market's choppy and kind of shit. Let it be choppy and shit. You know, let it do its thing. No reason to get too heavy on something that you know. No reason to go overboard. Wait a minute. Is this right? I am loading. SPY. Oh, there's SPY. Okay, I was on QQ. I was like, that looks weird. That's QQQ though. Okay, we're on SPY. Nothing here. I usually long from here to there every single time. The resilience being positive, that's a decent sign. Hedge pressure always has resistance in BRSU. So BRSU has resistance right there. So this kind of sucks. What are we gonna do today, y'all? There's always resistance from here to next support. Res less than 0 is a pullback. You don't have res greater than 0 is a push to there. And these arrows are like where the resistances are, by the way. So look how good our stuff is. Do you guys like our process here? There's a resistance from there. This is BRSU 3. Resistance here, support here. So it's going to chop inside of here. Stocks are filling their gap and moving. Nasdaq is looking gross. The S&P is looking good. I usually always long from here to there every single time, I say, unless I convince myself not to. And today I've convinced myself not to. So it's not really an every single time trade. It's like every single time as long as the positional data or the confluence supports it. So today, the confluence is not necessarily giving me the support. Already tapped ED. Res is struggling. My normal size trade, medium size trade, I'm going to step down and not take a stab at this today. Resistance here, also limiting the R&R. So the every single time needs conditions to go with it. I need good reward to risk to take it. And so I don't expect the market to cleanly go from here to there like it always does. You've got resistance in the way and resistance in the way as some of the things are starting to sell. The risk and reward is very low. So the trade from here ends at these two spots. So I'm not going to jump in for like 3-4 points. Risk time to do it. So understand, right? I take this trade every single time. Except for the R&R, it's kind of garbo. Andrew says, I guess it's just my luck that ruined the market for everyone. Anything you touch goes to shit. 2 weeks with Rocket Scooter. The market won't grief normal bullshit. Alexander, then what you need to do is sit out for 2 weeks and let us all make money. And then we'll just like buy you dinners for like a week as a reward. If you don't touch the market, maybe it doesn't go shit. It's okay. Every time I touch the market, it also hates me. Shorting a hedge pressure with positive res. Yeah, like I never want to short this long. There's a lot of conflicting signals again, but the market does not have strong bull ups today. From here, I'm expecting it to, chop against that. And the trade I always take is from there to there every time. But there's two hard resistances there. The market's not going to get a chance to move. Now again, BRSU is also short-ish setup. I could short off a bear zone, which is from here down to here. Problem is that ratio is greater than half, and we don't short off of that when that ratio is not agreeing as well. So there's no good short setup. There's no good long setup. And so, how my brain works, the reason I trade with 80% win rate is I sit out. It looks like shit. I just sit out. Nasdaq E-mini, let's go with the Nasdaq real quick. You guys know the trick to winning a lot of trades is not taking a lot of trades. When it looks like garbage, you come in here and try to gamble your way into it. Look, professional poker player gets the cards in front of them and goes, nope. I'll wait for the next hand. That's the secret to making money as a poker player. You guys think you're going to stumble across a trading system, going to have you trade every single day. Wasting your time. Every time we touch, I get this feeling. Andrew in Zoom chat. So right now, guys, we have a Zoom call going on for all of our members here. Got like about 140 people in that Zoom call. And there's about 250 people watching the stream right now. The YouTube has a little bit of a delay in it. If you subscribe to our platform, use our service, go to our training, all that stuff, it comes with a Zoom call. Get real time. No delay. That's why I'm one of the best for you. Love you guys. How we doing? What's up, Diego? I'm doing good, man. Right? So you wake up, you look at it, you go, not today. And say, like, that's the whole thing. The poker players, it's not every hand, let me figure out how much I'm going to bet. Like, it's like, no, I don't like this one. I'll wait for the next one. And when you're trading like that, because you can, at least if any quantifiable system, the best systems in the world will have, and this is what I say, this is what I tell people. You're saying you have a good trading system with anybody. And we're not even a trading system. We're just a positional risk quantification system where we just show you where positions are, where flow is. We don't even tell you where to trade. We teach you where to trade, like essentially the courses. But any system or style or technique, let's say technique is a better way. The most successful trading technique comes with well-defined rules on where that technique is applied. Let me repeat. To moving average on a chart, play like fucking moving average roller coaster. And every time they do this and do that and do this and do that, you can write a bot that tells you to buy or sell the crossovers. But every time you're not going to make any money because that stuff is just noise. And every time it triggers, it goes with no conditions. Well, with our stuff, there's a lot of conditions, right? I'm digging the lo-fi music better than the other junk music I've been playing lately. The conditions here to make this work better is that there's well-defined rules on when to sit out. Like, when is the system applied? When is your style or technique applied? And when is it not applied? An exploitative or arbitrage-based or any kind of system in general will tell you under these conditions, execute. And when they're not there, hold back. I've watched, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Haven't seen a single streamer or social media person, or zero in my career doing this, of somebody that's created a system or style that has well-defined rules on when to sit out. I haven't seen anybody do it except for us. Like, well-defined. Like, I see what I see and I go, nope. Immediately know not to touch it. Not chasing the short, not chasing the long. Market's chopping around. I'm not losing any money today. I have really clear rules on when to avoid, which means that, you know, when you find any kind of edge or whatever it is you do out there, not just saying that we have edge, but like if you have edge, whatever you do in general, I can't like make promises to you here, but in general, if you have any kind of edge or style, it's not going to be universally applicable because stock market's random as shit. Stuff is noisy and random. You find an exploit, it'll work under certain conditions. Oh, there it is. Let's get it. But other than that, it's like when things don't line up, there's a clear enough day to sit out. Important lesson. So don't listen to people that are like firing trades all day, every day. I'm longing here, I'm shorting here, I'm longing here, I'm shorting here. You ask those people to show you, how'd you do this month? You have your P&L curve. None of them going to show you. Especially your YouTube prop traders. They'll show you the printouts of here's the payout I got. You ask them to show you the trading stats are god awful. Not even decent. They're brute force. You know, blow up 100 to get a payout on one. Spend 10,000 to get 15,000 back. It's kind of what it is out there in the YouTube world. I know all the traders. They're all pretty bad. Notice how last time's video was about to report monthly maps are scrambled also. They were. Yep. Like I said, just be careful trying to mimic what you see out in the world. A good trader is going to sit there with restraint control. It may seem boring, but you know it's not boring. So you guys, listen, I'm going to tell you guys something. Does it sound boring? Who are in chat? Let's take a vote. Be honest with me. It may not be the sexiest stream to not do everything every day. To actually choose to sit down, that sounds so sexy, right? Does that seem boring to you? If it seems boring, type in chat, yeah, it's kind of boring. I'm kind of bored. Just let me know. Because I have an answer for that. Or does it seem like, oh no, that seems kind of cool. I think I overtrade and I need something to teach me how to sit out. By the way, we're giving away 2 lifetime memberships today. So you guys want to stick around. We're going to do it in about an hour, so don't go anywhere. Boring yet necessary. I like that tone. Bald Fade, that's right, man. Bro's on it. You have to say boring but necessary. And that's kind of the way to put it. You have to kind of like, trading it seems so exciting when you're making money, but you have to kind of like stomach the boredom on the days that don't just look so hot. You nailed it, man. I love it. Boring but necessary. That's a great answer, actually. It's like, well, let's just wait for the next one. Pretty boring, right? I'm the best, the real trader. Appreciate you, man. Well, okay, so pretty boring, but energy really helps make it boring. Maybe you meant to say helps not make it boring, but if I make it more boring, then that's even worse. All right, pretty boring, right? Yeah, it's pretty boring. And here's the thing. I'll teach you guys something, right? My girlfriend and I just bought $1 million house, and I drive a Maserati. It's not boring. My life's pretty fucking exciting. My trading day might be boring, but my life is exciting. And I'll tell you guys something about that. I want you to wrap your head around that. Going to the doctor is boring, but getting a shot in your arm that saves your life is not boring. And I like to teach people that, is that, yes, it might be boring to not watch me yelling and screaming into the mic like a goofball on every trading day. But when the stream is off, my life's pretty fucking great and exciting because my trading day was boring. This is the lesson I like to teach everybody. Now, I'm not normally one to go out there and, show off. I'm not the guy that like straddles my Lambo and fucking gyrates to show you guys I'm an awesome trader. I usually keep that stuff under wraps, but when I teach people the idea of a boring trading day, it's like, well, let me go watch the next person. Maybe they're in a trade. Next person makes money selling you prop firm accounts. Real traders, the ones that tax out at the end of the year, positive gains, they're going to have a lot of boring trading days. But you know what's not boring? The rest of their life. The rest of their day. I don't have the Lambo. Never wanted one. Yeah, we're under contract. We'll be closing in December. So we got a new house. Me and the odd doc. But more exciting, we have a new puppy coming on Wednesday. So when you guys are like sitting here saying, man, this is a boring day, I want to see what else is up. The way you want to do this is just tell yourself, maybe there's something to this. I always tell people, yes, it's a boring trading day, but I don't have a boring life. So trust the boring trading days are necessary. Why Wednesday? Oh, the breeder. That was her, that's her thing. The breeder has this like crazy system. I love it. It's like I hate it because I'm so old school about like dogs. I'm like, give the dog a stick, grade train them, they'll be fine. And then, I'm really good at disciplining a dog. Well, I've had many of them. But this person is like a dog lover. I'm talking like a, reads books to her dogs and plays Beethoven for her dogs kind of person. And it was 100 pages of stuff. We had to print out. It's like, we need to print out these things before you adopt the dog. And you print it out. It was like literally 100 pages. We have a whole binder. And then part of the rules are like you have to read and highlight and then send me videos to prove to me that you've read this binder. And the binder is loaded with instructions and rules. I mean, things you must do, things you have to do this, and it's just like a lot of stuff. And after we put it all together, it's actually, in hindsight, we're like, it's kind of cute, I guess. But it's a lot. So there's a whole process. You have to like do this, and this, and this. And then you pick up your puppy on Wednesday. It's as cute as it's annoying, but there's a purpose to it. I'm not gonna question it. This lady's #1 for this breed for a reason, but it's a lot of work. ETF defines trading day, those where you have at least $200 of profit. I'm super willing to trade a few micros. I don't. Yeah. So on the funded account, yeah. On the eval account, you just need to flip a trade, flip the counter. You don't have to make $200 on the eval side. QQQ is looking booty today. Question is S&P or QQQ is a 496 support. There might be a pretty decent trade on that one. Problem is S&P has no support down in here, and we are at the bottom. Let's actually check S&P DD band. What would be nice today is if the market did flush a little bit. I mean, we're just trading right in the middle. I don't really think we're going to fall 30 points and come even close, but there's clear support here. So worst case scenario, if the market does sell out today, this is a support to get back in on. There's no longing anywhere inside of here. Let the market fall 30 points. I'm okay with it. There may be a scalp. QQQs drop another 60 points, which is from here to there. There's some pressure through here to be trading on. But negative res on Qs is just not bullish ups today. This is the box is pushing us down, this white box. Boring. Boring. Patty Rogers asking what breed of dog? Irish cream dachshund. Now, imagine this, you guys. Imagine a golden retriever. Okay? Like a golden retriever, right? Except it's like cream colored and a dachshund version. You guys ready for this? Look, let me explain something to you. Let me move this out of the way. So this is like iDoc's dream dog or whatever. She's always one-on-one, so I got her one. Hold on, let me show you. Never had a dachshund before, but it's not like your traditional dachshund. It's like it looks like a little miniature golden retriever when it's grown with like the medium long hair. Hold on, let me show you our pup. Hold up. Try to make it bigger for you guys. There it is. That's our guy right there. That's the one. This little guy. He's the big one. The regular one's annoying as hell. Oh, I have no doubt this dog is gonna be annoying as hell. I'm sure they didn't breed. They might have bred him to look cuter, but they definitely breed out the annoying out of this dachshund. Because in the day, it's still a dachshund. But look at that face. Oh, look at that face. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? It's like if a golden retriever just never got big. They sold you like a little lab. Yeah, exactly. Look at that cute face. What's the temperament? Oh, like loud, barky, bitey. It's a wiener dog. They're high energy hunting dogs. I mean, they dig like rats out of holes and stuff. So, you know, cute and fun. But the temperament they say is pretty decent. But they are known to be somewhat aggressive. So, you know, we're gonna train them to not be aggressive, hopefully. So. Poor baby, make him tough. I'm gonna tough him up. I'm gonna give him the Matt Cowart tough love treatment. So Wednesday we could pick the little guy up. It's a little miniature golden retriever with a dachshund body. The first dog. No, that's not my first dog. That's iDoc's first dog. Yeah, Spy has still got that bear zone, bull zone push inside of it. Well, Nasdaq resilience just went positive. Oh, that's good to see. This is hard to forecast, but actually, while I'm telling the dog story, we did get resilience go positive. So this is trying to make its way here. That's why there's no short setup today. I am sitting out snoozing on the long. There is push from this way to this way. With resilience being positive, it's more likely. We still have hedge pressure giving us resistance from here. They're going to be very protective dogs. Oh, yeah, 100%. So right now, just letting you guys know, our current project is working on the connection So right now we're working on increased pipeline, facilitating more users, more connections at once, and minimal disconnects from the scanner side and the resilient side. So our current project in Rocket Scooter is connection integrity. So this is what's being worked on right now. As you guys know, there was no shorts set up today. Now, the market immediately has started manifesting really strong bullishness. All signs are pointing up right now, again, which is good. Again, there's not a good long setup from here. This resilience number just went positive, especially in Qs. And positive res is a flux to this side of the box as opposed to the downside. So NASDAQ about 4 minutes ago started pushing higher right about there. And the market just jumps this way. So as you see, like, you know, we don't have short setups in here. We always try to err to the bull side under most conditions. That's bullish. These are bullish now. You have full bullish confluence. And there are no irrational signs. This is into the direction of the move. This is in the direction of the move. You have XY is in the direction of the move, which is good. So these are all bullish alerts. Bullish, 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 which is good. But still, I'm not breaking longs or big ups. Weekly hedge pressure breaks. Isn't that a rule for long? It is a rule for long, yes. To long here, small to there to finish up the trade. But again, open middle, likely close the middle. I still don't expect it to rally and go big ups, but it can. It's just inside of here, I'm still a little cautious. I usually trade from here to here every single time, like I said. I just scared myself out of doing it because we had some kind of booty signals today. How do I turn on the depth of market, changing price levels on the Rocket Scooter screen? Oh, okay. So, Robert, if you look on my screen on the right, that's a different trading platform. I've got my depth of market is through Tradeovate. So I'm using Tradeovate to trade my ETF stuff over here. So like it's outside of Rocket Scooter right there. We have our own DOM. If you want to connect a CQG connectable futures broker, Edge Clear, Amp, Iron Beam, Philip Dorman, they're all here. If you have a CQG account, you can log into your CQG account through us, and we have a DOM right here. So our DOM for futures trading only, you can see that we have our own DOM right here in the platform for futures. Like I was trading S&P futures and execute my trades here inside of our platform. In my AMP account, or my Edge Clear account, I can do it from our platform, and that's the button right here. But you have to be connected to a futures broker. If you didn't go out of your way to do it, you're not connected to it by default. Made $300 in profit today in the Zoom. Baby, let's go. Thought you were calling me? I'm always calling you, Dom. I say your name 100 times a day. Your name is Dom. What do I think trading in a Roth IRA? Question. I can't remember the rules. You're not allowed to short in a Roth, are you? Somebody correct me on this. I've never traded in a Roth. Aren't there rules you're not allowed to short? That somehow is in the back of my mind, or am I just making that up? Futures you are? Just in futures? Can you short stock? Zoom is much better than the YouTube VIP. That's the way to go, baby. Self-directed IRA, you can do what you like. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's dangerous then. Put some discipline in your Roth IRA. So here's what you can do with it. Again, this is not investment advice. Don't take investment advice from the random dude on the internet that you don't know. So let me preempt this with that. Okay. So you can do anything you want in Roth. Okay. So the best thing you can ever do with your money, again, it's not investment advice. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So we'll preempt this with that. So don't do what I'm saying, but this is my opinion. The best thing to do with your money is to put an index fund and fucking leave it and forget about it until you die or you retire before you die. And at the end of that journey, you will end up higher than where you started off. Unless you were doing this between like 1940 and 1970 when the market went pretty much nowhere for about 3 or 4 decades. But other than that, at any point in history of the American stock market, you either were flat or you made a lot of money if you did that. Okay, so why would you even trade if you automatically pretty much make money all the time. If the market was to do this, why would you enter exit? Because you're trying to do this. You're trying to make even more. It's already going to make you a lot of money, right? Doing nothing. Hold on one second. I'm trying to catch the USPS person on my front door cam. So, iDoc has some important work docs coming by. Let me explain something to you before I finish the story. Lady walks up to the door, signs a ticket, puts it on the door and says, "Sorry we missed you. We'll try again another day." Here's how lazy the workforce has become. Let me make my job more efficient by sparing myself the 1 minute of ringing the doorbell and waiting. Let me just show up between Monday and Friday and just assume nobody's home and put the ticket on the door. I left a little note on the front door for our USPS, whatever, lady, FedEx, for our FedEx lady when she comes back. Let her know that we're filming her not doing her job. I said something snarky on the note. I said, you know, it's one thing if you don't want to do your job because you didn't do your job. We weren't able to do ours. Laziness spreads. Please knock on the door. That's very, very, very clever, I know. Because you didn't want to do your job, we couldn't do ours. So, don't say we're not home when you don't even knock. I'm trying to watch my camera because I want to see the look on her face when she gets the note today. I'm such a fucking wise ass. We missed important work docs. Can you believe that? Don't even want to knock on the door. That's clever, right? I want her to see the note. I said, you know, we have a doorbell camera. Just knock. Literally right here. Short FedEx. Fortunately, Matt, they don't have to. I know they don't have to, but sorry we missed you. We'll try again. It's like they take full advantage of it. Oh, I know they do. I know they don't have to, but it's almost like, you know, I don't care what it is you do for a living. You should take pride in your job and understand that, you know, it doesn't matter what you do. If you're a chef, you want to make sure that the food tastes fantastic. I don't care if you're a chef at a 5-star restaurant or you're a chef at Chipotle, right? You should have honor in what it is you do. You'd want to excel at whatever it is you choose to do with your life. You should want to excel at it. I guess that's just like my mentality as a trader. Like, I want to excel at everything I do. I don't want to do something and then I want to be proud of myself if I half-assed it. Kind of how I feel about life. You're the best fry guy. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, some of my best memories in life is shoving hot, crispy, fluffy French fries in my mouth. Some of the best feel-good feelings I ever have. So whoever that fry chef was, as you said, you're the best fry guy. Taking pride in their job, have actually created happy memories for myself. I can remember sometimes I ate some blazing hot McDonald's fries. Doesn't matter what you do, take pride in it. All right. Anyways, what were we saying? I was telling another story if I told this one. Oh, the IRA. Okay, so here it is. Whenever you're trading anything, it's because you're trying to outperform. If you're trading the index, you want to outperform it, right? So follow the same rules that you would as a day trader. Don't try to outperform something that always goes up while taking actions inside of it to bet on reversals, like let me long and short and long and short. You're going to do more damage than good by trying to time the market. The only reason I'd say to trade, and I think it's a great idea to self-direct and trade your own stuff. Money manager's not going to do a spectacular job in managing your money. I don't know if they were good at trading. I'm going to tell you this. That guy at Chase Bank trying to sell you CDs, or that person running your ETF or your mutual fund, it was amazing at trading. He'd be at home in his underwear like me, fucking trading and not showing up to an office, okay? These guys aren't great at what they do. He'd be sitting here in his fucking drawers just like me, just chilling. I'm not even wearing pants today. If they were spectacular traders that could time the market. Don't listen to a damn word they say. Don't let them tell you they got some special recipe. They typically just buy the dip, and as you keep throwing money and they just keep throwing money at the market. They may time when they long, which actually does sometimes outperform the market. But that's what you want to do as well, is just time when you long. And the idea is that if the market's moving higher, you might want to take profit so that you can wait, and your brain is like, well, I'm going to wait a couple months for some kind of dip so I can long again. Like, you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out, looking for long trades to trade your IRA. Sure. But remember your rules, right? Markets always go up. And if you're trying to outperform a market that's always going up, you want to take multiple always going up trades instead of just putting it in one and letting it sit forever. So my rule is, if I were trading a self-directed Roth IRA, I would never short the market. Never once. Never once. I would utilize my awesome trading skills to detect and find like a COVID as it's happening and get out of the way for a couple months and then buy the dip and trade a lot slower with a lot smaller portion of my account. I never go in really big. I never try to like over risk the account. Never blow it up. Like long only, long setups. And I would say, like, anytime that you lose a bull zone to bear zone, flatten all the positions. Anytime you break MHP, flatten all the positions. Let the market fall. Come back a day or two later. Jump right back in when it's bullish again. And just sit on it. Like, I would do very little directing a retirement account other than trying to get out of the way of crashes and get back in on dips. If you pick a wrong dip to buy and markets are falling, again, don't listen to the random guy on the internet's advice. Don't do anything, because your 401k isn't doing the same thing either. It's just holding through the noise. As long as you're not over leveraged, just cost average in as it falls. Like, essentially treat it like an investment account. You typically choose to get out of the way on your really big nasty breaks. So like I said, I would, anytime you're above hedge pressure, monthly hedge pressure, I'd be looking for dips to buy all month. Start getting warning signs that the market's going to crash. Doesn't matter. Hang on. Hang on. Don't be like, you know what? I think the market's coming down. Let me cash out, because you're going to miss out on the ups. The problem is traders are going to overanalyze, and they're going to miss out on the big ups because they're going to think the market's coming down. Just step out of the way on hedge pressure breaks, okay, or bull zone boundary breaks to bear zone. That break bear zone and keep going. MHP out of the way. Here, out of the way. Break DD band, out of the way. Come back in, get back in. Like your 3 long, strong setups. So don't be like, you know what? I feel like the market's topping off. Let me go ahead and just close everything out. Don't ever do that. The market's going to go up over time. Your 401ks and mutual funds and IRAs and stuff, the managers are just holding through the stuff. They're never like trying to play on tops to get out of the way. They're just throwing money at the dips. And that's kind of the way I would treat it. So if somebody says it's a good idea to trade your IRA, if you trade it smartly, you try to do what your money manager is doing, which is try to maintain a nice long side of the market. And when you can detect that the market's crashing, just be on alert. When you break MHP, break bear zone to bull zone, break DD to the downside, those are your 3 early warning signs of a market crash. You're just getting out of the way so that you can buy lower, because your IRA is trying to make money over time. And those would be my rules of self-directing retirement account. Long only. Don't, okay, maybe the conditions look bad, let me get out of the way. No. Always believe the market's always going to go up. Whenever it gets bad, then get out of the way. And immediately when it returns to hedge pressure, get back in, get back to bull zone, get back in, get on top of DD band, get back in. And as long as you're not over leveraged, you're just basically cash equivalent in the account, you should be okay. Like, don't trade on margin with your retirement. Don't be an idiot. And again, don't listen to any of that. That's not investment advice. I'm not a qualified financial professional. I'm a rando dude on the internet. That's what I would do if I were doing that. I would put a sticky note over your computer covering this button up. Like, literally, I would put a sticky note on your monitor itself so that you never, well, actually not the sell button, but the short button, that you can never enter a short trade no matter what. Like, no matter what. Like, I'm talking, don't short a long-term portfolio against the long-term market that always goes up. Try to still feel that it is a long-term thing, even though you're day trading. That's the art form, I think, there. Does that make sense? You're day trading, but your brain should still think long-term. This is a 30, 40-year thing, and the long haul, markets always go up. The one thing you'll be trying to do, day trading account, is to just go to cash while it's... Go to cash during the crash. Boy, that rhymes. I like that. Go to cash during the crash. And wait for your strong bull setup, and when you get it, get back in. Ever since you stopped shorting a month ago, I have been more consistent than that. Let me tell you guys something coming from the school of Matt. This is what I love about this group. I'm going to share this with the YouTube. This is from the Zoom call. Ever since I stopped shorting a month ago, I have been more consistent than ever. Again, this is just somebody chatting in chat. Honest testimonial. Via the school of Matt, watching the first couple of videos, you've learned that the biggest poison that has ever entered your trading arsenal is the ability to let you, the retail trader, short against the market. There are very few instances you'll see me short the market. Market's rallying, selling, crashing. Doesn't matter. I'm almost always longing the market. And even in crashing months and weeks and years. You will very rarely see me take a bear stance in the market. It'll be obvious. We'll know it's bearish. But when you take our classes, which I want to invite all you guys to take our classes, you will learn the mathematics of longing the market, and you will feel like a dummy trying to ever time market tops and shorting. The market looked like it was going to sell off. All I did was say, well, I'm going to sit out on this one. I didn't say, well, let's short it and let it go lower. As you see, the market's always going to try to find ways to be long. And once you start realizing that, and you look at the math we give you, that's why people say after their first couple of classes with us, their mind is blown. And they're excited to see what it is. Let me do a little shameless plug. You guys are really nice about feedback here. Rich has some good thoughts in chat this morning, by the way. Oh, I didn't even see what you said. The Clyburn family. You purchased Lifetime with the discount code. You have to help me move. Yes, you do. You all have to come back and help me pack and move, by the way. Sorry I missed some of y'all's chat in YouTube. Listen, chat, I'm going to tell you guys, we have Black Friday going on for our courses. You're going to love this, all right? This is scroll up in chat here. Robert Reuter, new Lifetime member, started 20-day trading. Lesson 2, OMG. Learned so much. Lesson 2. I always tell people, like, by lesson 1 of our 20 days class, it's like, it's full of so many mic drop moments. It's like mind-blowing. People, because we tell people there's like a 3-day money back thing. When you take the courses after 3 days, you give your money back. The first course is so mind-blowing that in 8 years of teaching, I've never had one person ask for a refund. Never once. Can you believe that? In fact, in 8 years, not a single bad review about us anywhere on the internet. Not one. Not one. Not on Reddit. Not on YouTube. Not on Twitter. Nowhere. Nowhere. I don't care where you do business. That's just a good lucky streak. There's always going to be disgruntled customers, but nobody's ever gone out of their way to leave a bad review. That first course is so eye-opening. It's designed that way. It shakes your foundation. It really invites you to take a deep dive in what you've been doing, like your mistakes you're making, your behavioral stuff. Yeah. First lesson from the course: don't short, simply reduce long position size. That's basically the lesson. And shorting is very obvious when it's there. We don't say don't short markets, but basically we say don't short markets. There are times to short, and when it's the time to short, it is so obvious, it's so easy to do. But never take the stance that the market's going to sell off. Never say, I think it's going up, it's got to come down. We teach you that the smartest thing in the world to do, and we actually propose a theory, and I don't want to spoil the surprise, but it's like, we're winking at you by telling you just do it, take the course. We propose a thought experiment in the first video that proves to you that even randomly longing the market and changing your position size to prevent yourself from blowing up, there's a rule. Basically, it's saying you can randomly long the market and still make money with putting zero thought into a strategy. So how is it that you put thought into a strategy and still lose money? Like, what's the failure point of what you do? And like I said, we didn't get really big for no reason. That class starts you in a deep dive thought process that everybody here starts to understand what it is they've been doing wrong. You guys are over trading and trading too big for the risk you're taking. And the two problems that you face as a trader, trading too big for the risk you're taking is why you don't make money as a trader. Over trading and trying to short markets and trying to time market tops is why your win rate sucks. So me, I'm both profitable and have a high win rate. Those two things don't go hand in hand. They help each other. Those are two different skill sets. I get like, for me, it took me a long time to get here, but the double dose of winning a lot of trades, but also making money in the trades that I win versus taking big losses in trades that I lose. Those are two different skill sets. You want to practice both of them in our courses. We teach you how to do both of them. Avoidance to the market is how to maintain a high win rate. And confidence in your trade is how you get good profitability. That's what's called profitability mindset. Classes. But yeah. And it's a hard habit to break. But once people take a bite into the apple and start trusting that there's maybe a process there, the feedback has been good. Like I said, somebody in chat just said something really life-changing for them. They've been more consistent than ever by just, when you think the market's going to come down, then try to sit out. That control, like the control I have right here, you're going to avoid just by luck alone. You're going to sit down on a bunch of nonsense and noise, and you're going to love it. You will love it. All right. Here's what we got going on today. Black Friday stuff. Well, let me show you something cool. All right. I want you guys to do me a favor. I'm going to leave this open for like one more hour when we do the drawing. If you have entered our drawing for 2 lifetime, you got to go here. Everybody do this. Go here. Zoom, let's go to YouTube. It's drawing time. No trades today, nothing to do. We do first hour for Zoom, the rest of it go to YouTube. Come over here. Let's get the numbers up again. Everybody go here. Link that I posted in YouTube. This goes to our courses and to our platform and to what it is we do. Marketplace to marketplace. I am Matt Coward. I'm the creator of the Rocket Scooter trading platform. Also a day trader. I also trade live, compete in contests, yada yada. You guys know the spiel. Come here. There are 3 different things we do. This is our Black Friday stuff. Our monthly is half off for the first month. Access to the platform, access to the tools, access to all the indicators. The courses are included in this as well. There's 20 courses. What we do is every day we do a Zoom call at an hour before market closes. And we go through courses 1 through 20. And when we get to 20, we start over and go through them again and again and again. We do them live every day. So you cycle through them after a month or two, they become like basically habitual. If you want to just do the courses, we have opened this up just for Black Friday only, that you can actually join our Zoom call courses and learn all of this stuff for just $20 a month. And this is a rare thing we do this. We did this once, we cut it off. We're doing it again for Black Friday, we're cutting it off. You guys want an introduction to what it is we do? Sign up right here. $1 a day to go through all 20 of our classes. Just go through the classes. This is normally not sold individually. It's normally part of the package. We have 2 things. Either going to be monthly or lifetime. Lifetime is $1,500 off for you guys that want access to the platform for life. Comes with everything we ever make forever. Add to the platform. Yeah, so this is it. If you have signed up for our monthly, remember, you get 3 days to ask for a refund. All you have to do is sign up once. We extended this deadline because I was out of town last week, and we're doing the drawing in literally 1 hour. If you sign up for the monthly, you're into enter a drawing for lifetime. We're giving away 2 of those in an hour. If you sign up for here, you've entered into the drawing. That's it. The monthly. The platform, the indicators, liquidity maps, DD bands, resilience, DD ratio, all this stuff, your risk interval tables, your DD tables, all this stuff here. The courses that come within, all the new stuff coming out. Here's the new stuff that's coming out. Dynamic overnight hedge pressures are now going to be printed on the chart. That's being worked on now. The probabilities, go with the liquidity maps, are also going to be printed on the chart. Brand new liquidity maps are coming out with all new setups for this. SPY looks like it's breaking to bull zone. Like the probability of which side of the coin we close on. Let me open up my little pencil tool here. Like, I take this trade every single time. We open here, we close in here. Ideal conditions. So this is a 70% of the time. We will close inside of here. 30% we close one way or the other. DD band, 88% of days close inside of the DD band. 4% of the days close above. And like the idea is we're going to draw arrows on the chart or over here for you with the probabilities on them for the next big release. So the odds of the different setup. What's the odds of the gap fill? What's the odd that we break the bull zone and still stay in bull zone under these conditions? This is the thing we're working on as our next big release for the platform. And that comes out. Pretty cool. Lifetime members will get that added to their platform automatically. So while SPY and everything started kind of correcting itself from here to here, the only trade I would have taken would be from here to here. I know, every single time, I always take that trade. SPY looked good, NASDAQ looked gross, and right about here is when NASDAQ got that move to take. But still, I don't normally trade through here and keep going. I normally will long this to there. And even when I see a move like this, I never go, holy crap, I need to get on this. I missed out. It just wasn't a good enough trade from the start. Can you enter lifetime? You already are lifetime. Watching you talk had a good statement. I heard something very true this weekend. Making money, timing a downturn is the worst thing that can happen. It becomes your drug of choice and will eventually kill you. That's a good way to put it. It kills you slowly too. It's a very painful death because you are sitting there, because markets don't just rally quick, right? Trying to short and time markets just kind of sluggishly go higher. It's like death by 1,000 cuts. It's one thing to like be long the market at the wrong time and the market crashes and you lose everything in a day. That hurts, but then a week later you're like, okay, you feel it. But like imagine living in a constant state of like you're down 1% and down another percent and down another percent and down 10% and down 12% and 14%, and just living in a state of just trickling your losses. You're trying to time a market top. Oh. It's like just living in a state of misery. Because it's just you're losing a little bit. Because markets aren't just like flying out the handle, right? Okay. I think you need to trust in yourself more. You make more, you find more joy when you stick to the plan than making more money by being greedy. There you go. That's it. And so, you know, today the market is good for us, breaking a bull side and trying to look good. I like to see that. The S&P upper target today, if it decides to keep going, is this upper DD band. Now again, bull zone bounce. Sometimes I'll plan along at it to keep going. I don't hate it right now. Very rarely does this market. Now let me explain something to you. Very rarely does this market break to bull zone and keep going. That is the rarest of the rare. Again, if it keeps going, I'll be very confused. Normally, it will try to test bull zone, and advantageous long trades start from there. I never see bull zone breaks that I try to get in on the long from here. The market wants to be here. Always keep that in mind. So I'd rather miss out on a move than to jump in here and then lose a trade. So the long setup comes on the attempted test of here. And then once we test here, as long as everything looks good, I can plant a small trade. Let it go higher. But Breaking bull zone on a short squeeze with high volume with an exhaustion candle, which is a high volume candle and a big move, is not necessarily the place I want to enter on a long. And if it keeps going, I'll miss out. I want to see it test. I want to see it support. And I want to see these numbers stay positive and this number stay greater than half. And then I might have to take a small long at it. The blue lines are futures hedge pressure. So this is like equities hedge pressure. This is futures hedge pressure. It has its own resistance there. So in here, it might try to pull back because there is resistance off of that. All right, so those of you who did buy the monthly, like I said, you have 1 hour to do the monthly, and we'll let you enter the drawing up until the last minute. What is going on with my Nasdaq candles? Nasdaq on DD break? There we go. And of course, as you guys know, I don't trade outside of DD bands that often. I usually sit out up here. I don't trade outside DD bands. That's another reason why I'm not excited to jump in on a long here. Only 4% of days will close above these bands. 88% of days will close below. It doesn't mean I try to short it either. I never bet against the bull market, but this is usually the exhaustion point of my long trade. And that's okay, right? Exhaustion point. And I said, like this morning, right, we hit the exhaustion point at the start of the day. So there's really not much I like to do up here. Let's see if, isn't there like an impact line off of the downside? I don't know if we did this the other day. Let's go ahead and do it. That's really quick. I'm gonna need my tick chart for this one. Did we do it in the class yesterday? Let's find that upper retracement target. Is it there? These are old run lengths. Oh, here's another thing. You guys remember the red line class that we teach? These run lengths right here? Thinkorswim. Stop doing the Sawsnoff dance. Let's go. Chill. You done loading the Are you done loading the candles? You done? Can I look at it now? Jeez Louise. Impact red lines, you guys. This one right here, 5094. High volume pivot every time. Let me show you. We were looking at this today. Oh my god, stop loading the candles. I think there's some is just... I'll tell you. Tell you what. Alright, high volume pivot. Every time you touch this red line, high volume pivot. High volume pivot on the break right there. High volume pivot on the bounce and break right here. So let's find one on the upside move. Find that resistance here. Let me teach you guys this trick. You're gonna love it. Go to tick chart on Thinkorswim. Wait 16 minutes for the candles to stop dancing around, for the auto scaling to auto scale correctly, and then let's find ourselves this move here. Nope. This is a really fun trick. There it is. There it is. You guys will learn this in one of the classes. Watch this. Ready? Oh, there it is. Wait, is that it? Hold up. Did I do that right? Hold on. Wait, stop dancing around. You know they haven't updated Thinkorswim's core mechanics in like 20 years. Like it's like literally like the same platform. Not much has ever changed. We already touched that. Okay, so 5923 is it. That's the pivot. Right here. The TOS waltz. This I like to call it the Sosnoff. Sounds like a dance from the 20s. All right. So here 5923 is upper on S&P. Let's do Nasdaq real quick. Let's do it here real quick. You guys are gonna love this trick. We're predicting pivots here. A sec, bye-bye. Same spot. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, there's the Nasdaq one. I'm gonna love this trick. Trust me, you will. I'm sure Nasdaq had breached it by now. Sosnoff waltz. Y'all are so funny. All right, the waltz, the Thinkorswim waltz. Here's your high volume pivot on Nasdaq. This is your, we call them run link lines. Call them run link red lines. This exact pivot that is now all over the place here. Let's kind of zoom in. Like even overnight, when you touch it, it's high volume. It is a predictable technique for predictable high volume pivoting. There's certain something you look for. An exploit. It's so good at what it does. When you break through it, creates pivoting action. It's a big deal. Pivoting off of it, pivoting against it. Here's overnight, breaking through it, big volume, tapping it volume, selling off of it. Now back to it. Today, it's a launch point to continue the trade, to retrace back on the upside. Like today, testing on it, breaking through it is one of the higher volume candles of the morning. And the final destination of this to the upside is this 2704 level. Once you tap it, kind of, you know, it's gone. So Nasdaq today is completing that imbalance from Friday by touching here. Now, again, I'm not shorting off of that, but this would be the long limit to the trade today. It would be rarer for the futures. No, this is the futures exploit. To break this, go to the anchor point. Would be the rarer case. A test is normal. Test, but normally these things will like to reject, especially with big selling pressure. And with monthly maps being bearish, I wouldn't be chasing along here. How many days are I'm pulling? It's because I'm pulling a lot of days, Brian. I think I'm pulling the max amount of days. But still, can't I pull 30 days worth of 1 minute candles without the dance? 2704 red line. So let's go to Nasdaq futures. $27.04. Pop it here. You guys are getting good at doing this. All right, about there. Again, it's just we don't normally trade I don't trade above these green lines. Outside of that band, I just sit out. I don't play with it. There's a high volume pivot. Predictable at exactly 704. Watch. Just watch. If it touches it and there's a volume spike, let that convince you to take our courses. You're late. What did you miss? We gave away the dog in a contest. We had a drawing, and Brian has won the dog. So the minute we pick up the puppy, we have to deliver it to Brian's house. And Simon also won the dog. So we're gonna have to figure that out. They're gonna have to arrange like a custody agreement between the two of them. Visitation rights, doggy support. He's gonna have to send him bones every 2 weeks. He'll let you visit, which is nice. Can we vote for the name of the puppy? Yeah. Okay. Want you guys? We do have a name kind of picked out, but maybe you guys should pick names for the dog. And if you pick out something better than we picked out, then we'll use it. We'll go with it. So I want to hear you guys' thoughts. Micah, haven't been tuning in for a while, but still use Roxy daily. What's the deal with signing up again by the 30th? Oh, okay. So we moved to the new site, Micah. The old legacy site's about to be discontinued, so we're going to shut it off. So you guys will, if you're on the old membership, which you are, you're going to lose access just because we're on the Rocket Scooter site. Now we're on the Rocket Place site. We're maintaining 2 platforms and 2 customer bases. So everybody needs to move, to the new site. And the rates went up slightly for you guys. It might only be like $10 difference or whatever. Not much. But there's a code we emailed you. You have to use it for the new site. So while our rates kind of went up a little bit, you know, our costs went up, but not by much. And so for those of you, essentially they went up to $200 a month. But for those of you that are legacy members, we're giving you a locked-in discount on the new site. It's pretty good, just for your loyalty. So just switch over on Rocket Place, Micah. Okay, so Scooter, you guys are so boring. That's the obvious answer to go. Actually, no, never mind. I take that back, Simon. Scooter is actually a cute name for a dog. In this instance, just seemed like a lazy choice. Rich said Scooter as well, but that actually is pretty cute now I think about it. Zorglub, my vote goes to Zorglub. I mean, that sounds like perfect for this kind of, you know, dog. We'll get him like little space phasers. Pew 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 pew. And a cape. No, he'll sound like he's from Futurama, from Omicron Perseid. I will destroy you. I am Zorglub the warrior. Matt Coin. That's a pretty cool name. You still like Pickle? Pickle's the name. That's the name we picked. You got to be Pickle, which is a pretty good name. Name all your dogs after beer. 3 small barley, malt, and hops. That's kind of cool. Your first dog was Guinness. Barley's cool. Malt is cool. I like the hops. These are cool names. I like it. You're super smart. And this course is match level information. Well, I'm glad you like it, Tia Morgan. We also have a couple more courses you guys may not have even seen. If you go to your My Courses section on the website, there's like a masterclass on futures, some trader funding program. There's some other classes there too, just besides just the 20 days thing. Scooter's pretty cute, right? Woof Grub. Like that too. Floppy. That's cool. Floppy is kind of cool because, I mean, he does kind of look like he flops around. And in the litter, I think we end up getting like the fatter of the dogs. Like when she sent us the picture, he's the well-fed one. And I think he's also the smarter one. Because in that video you watched, let me explain something to you about this dog, right? Look. I'm just not gonna lie. I want my dog to be, you know, their boss when they grow up. Like, he's gonna be the CEO of the company. Like, look at these, I don't know, these sheep, these peasants fighting each other for treats, working hard, not working smart. Look, let's get a treat. Let's get a treat. Look, okay, look at him. He comes to the side. He looks. He goes, nah, not worth my time. Look at that. Look at this. You would know it'd be my dog being the one with the high IQ, okay? Look at this. Look at these dogs. Fighting for the treat. There's one little hole. Let's get the treat. Let's push each other away for the treat, whatever. And you know what Pickle's doing? He's like, you know what? Let me just sit here by Mom because she'll hand me a treat. This kid right here is working smarter, not harder. You're not fighting the sheep in the rat race for his food. He's going straight to the source, and this is what I'm saying. He's also fat. He probably knows to go straight for the food. He's working smarter, not harder. He's like, you know what? Let me let those sheep, those underlings, let me let them fight. I'm gonna stand right here by the lady with the treats. Look at the smart dog right here. The fatter one. And you know what he does? He goes, you know what? I think in general, while these dogs are like, let's go get the treats. Let's go see what's going over here. He's just like, you know what? I'm gonna go where the food is and the bowl. Because all those other dogs are dumb. You would think, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I ain't got time for play. Same food. I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat. Trade's good. What, Miguel, which setup are we expecting? This is the trading lesson, you guys. Most of you guys trade like this. I gotta get a trade. Wait, there's gotta be I'm up like $10. I'm up like $5. Ready? There's your $5 right there. Oh, I'm up $20. Oh, let me get on a trade. And here's what this guy did, right? He waited. There's opportunity. Let's get the landfall, my friends. This is a trading concept here. Wait and then strike. So clearly you guys gonna be 1,000 IQ traders, right? Just like our dog is 1,000 IQ dog. Okay, which setup are we expecting? There's no trade outside of DD bands, Miguel. You know that. Not for me. And there's also impact red line on Nasdaq's Friday sell-off at 27.04. Pretty close to those. And so this is kind of like the no-fly zone. You have to actively cancel your subscription. Micah, yeah, you do. Because by the 30th, we'll cancel you anyways. So we tell people on your billing date, just swap over. That way it's it doesn't like overlap your charges. But on the 30th, we're going to discontinue the old site. Just about all of our members have moved over. There's about maybe like 150 that still haven't. So it's kind of good. We've gotten, the huge majority of our community has moved over. It's just the 150-ish stragglers still kind of haven't got the switch yet. So we've got like 12 more days for them to move over. What about Bills on bottom for ES? Yeah. I mean, it's still definitely a possible setup. But remember, ES also has impact line, similar spot. 59.23. I promise it's better to miss out on a big update than to trade against big resistances on a big sell-off day. The retracement level is here. It's about 0.2 points away from SPY. You're talking about right here, right? Broken in bull zone. It's going to tap and probably pull back. So just about here, a pop. I'm not shorting at all, but in here, and it's going to ask the question like, do we rally or do we not? Res is strong. We still got support in here. Outside DD bands, they don't trade. Impact red lines, the end of the long trade if there is one. Remember, if you ever do that DD band long, which some people do with a small position, everyone knows you trade it to an impact line and get out. That's the trick. You guys remember that class, right? Zoom call center for 2 static accounts. I just realized for the lifetime giveaway, I got to do something special because this is, I need to actually I need to enter everybody in one at a time. I just realized I can't do this with the bot. So I'm going to have to actually do something really cool to, yeah, not really cool, really, I'm going to do everybody one at a time. Entered into a thing. And I'll have to do like a random drawing by listing everybody's names. That's going to be too hard to do. If I make a bot, then anybody can click on it, enter it. I'll have to do the drawing. What we'll do is I'll do the drawing and we'll just email you if you've won. So, or you know what? I'll do the drawing tomorrow. That'll make sense. So basically what I have to do is I have to go to everybody that entered. I have to go put everybody in a list, and we'll do the Google random generator thing. We'll do the drawing live on stream. So Neil, we only do the Zoom call for the first hour. So we do Zoom from 9:30 to 10:30, and then from 3 to 4. So Zoom is just like an hour. Like basically during the time I'm trading is when we're Zoom call. So basically, once I'm in a trade, once I'm out of a trade, my first pretty much is, and then we go to YouTube after that. So today, since I didn't do any trades, we move to YouTube quicker. So ideally, is like YouTube has like a 1-minute delay, but on Zoom is real time. So you guys get to watch me trade in real time. You get like a faster interaction point. Yeah. Send it to you. Oh, okay. Just pick you. It's easy. Okay. Okay. Do I have to be here to win the live stream drawing? No, you don't have to be here. But we'll do it live on the stream so you guys can see that it's legit. The thing is I can't, the problem is that I don't know everybody's first name. We just have emails of whoever signed up. I can't dox the email. So what I'm going to do is like type the names into a spreadsheet or something and then redact like most of the letters. So that way you can see like M XXXXXT at gmail.com or something like that. And you can, oh, okay, that's person. No, that's me. That's me that won. All right. Jason, what's up, man? Thanks for sharing this course, man. So by the way, don't forget, for only a week is when you can sign up for our courses for $19.99 a month, and that goes away forever. You can't, maybe it's next Black Friday. You can't just sign up for our courses. It's bundled with our package. Package for our platform is $99 for the first month, half price for Black Friday. We've had now 49 people sign up since we launched the deal on the 3rd of November for the drawing. So you have a 2% chance of winning lifetime if you do sign up for the first month. And now, if you just want to take our courses, which I highly recommend you do, you guys can read the reviews on it. After Black Friday, that goes away. So we're not selling the courses, but we like give people a way to get in. $20 to take all of our courses for the first month. You will not regret it, I promise. Normally, you can't buy that. So the reviews, like I said, go read the reviews. These are all of our customer reviews. They're honest from actual paying customers is what they bought. Later for anything you've ever seen, worth every penny. Excellent. Yada yada. Just can't recommend this enough. Just people are very. There's absolutely nothing like this. We are getting big for a reason. We have something special here, and we're glad to share with everybody. Trust me. Go read for yourself. But we have big stuff coming out on the platform too. This year, early next year. Big releases. You have multiple evals on ETF at once. You have to go through the payment process for each. Each time you have to buy an account one at a time. It sucks. By the way, if you buy your ETF, this is another thing we're doing, Elite Trader Funding. Buy all your evals using our link. It's in the description. Because every $250 you spend with them, your name also goes into a drawing. And once a month, we're going to give out big prizes. Like memberships, yearly memberships, a bunch of monthly memberships. And your name is there each time you do 250 forever. So like it's like a you know, you go to a restaurant, there's like a fishbowl with business cards. Your business card is there until somebody draws your name. So every 250, your name goes in one more time. And we're going to give away all kind of stuff like trading monitors, maybe a trading computer at some point, depending on how big this gets. Our first thing is we're going to give away like a lifetime membership. You know, value prizes like thousands of bucks. So ideally it's like, you know, we get a cut of all the sales and I'm putting right back that into prizes as giveaways, right? We don't need the money from that. Use our link. It gives us a cut of the sale, and then we're going to do prizes for that. So, well, I could be giving away like trading monitors and cool shit. Fun stuff. So we will do the drawing on stream tomorrow. I have to prepare the spreadsheet. If you're already lifetime, you can't. So you only enter if you are. Yeah, you can always gift something if you win. But this one is for people that signed up just for monthly, just during that time period. 3 to the 10th. Or actually 3 until the 18th. Which is today. So it was originally 3 to 10, and then we extended it a week because I was out of town all last week. Unexpectedly had to go. So a lot of people didn't get the message. So that was on me. My bad. All right, so S&P futures, Nasdaq futures running up to those higher levels. Micah, the current offer is not $99 a month. The current offer is $99 first month and $199 every month after. So be careful when you read that. It's $200 a month. Yep. Need to zoom in. First month. First month. You guys remember, those of you that signed, this is what I'm telling you. Our stuff used to could lock in at $35 a month way back in the day. I mean, that's how it used to be when we first launched. And then we've gone to like a normal price as we've got more and more and more things. And the prices kind of go up, you know, as time goes on. But like basically on the Rocketplace site, it locks in pretty low if you're like legacy members. You win lifetime, you'll be a lifetime advocate of Rockseer. You should be a lifetime advocate already because you love me. Lifetime is a cool crew. We have this cool thing that we do. Everything that we've ever released on the platform, it's gone through a process. Well, our lifetime members are typically a big part of that process. We get everyone together in a Zoom call, usually before we release something. Everybody votes on it and says they unanimously agree that we should release it after reviewing the data. We look at the data together. We share it open, transparently, like, this is the new data. These are the new stats. And then everybody usually votes on it. If one of the lifetime members says, no, I don't like it, then we don't release something new to the community until we figure out why we don't like it. And then we all unanimously agree. So keep that in mind. Lifetime is like part of the process here. You've been here long enough. There's a lot of people doing studies. There's a lot of people doing data mining. Some of our lifetime members right now doing a case study on the overnight dynamics and logging data for that, for the probabilities, for those things. Kind of cool. There's a lot of neat, smart peeps in our group. And then they share that information, and then we share it with everyone else. It's kind of like Lifetime's been here long enough to know all the stuff, watch us evolve and change the strategies. And you can be part of the process. It's really fun. So sometimes I'll hold we call it a town hall. Lifetime's doing a town hall this weekend. You know, sharing this info. Yay. Resistance here. 704. Might pop and then fight. Nice strong setup today. I was very, very concerned watching the monthly maps though. Still come out bearish and gross. So the monthly maps are showing the sign that the market's probably not going to sell off. Did we change the HP yet? Not yet. We're going to have to vote on that. Oh, so my thing over here, I just turned on. I saw it. The charge or the adapter is like lights going on and off. I had to tell them about it. I was so heartbroken when my little sign wasn't turning on. FedEx never showed up. I'm watching. Am I mean or what? And that's not mean. Because you didn't do your job, we couldn't do ours. Please knock before you say we're not home. And you tried to attempted to deliver, but person not home. We'll try again. She knocked last time. I opened the door and ran out, and she's driving up, and I was like, "Hey, we're home." I thought it was important work stuff. You were probably sleeping when I told this. I left a passive aggressive note on the door. You know me. I said, "Please ring the doorbell before you say we're not home, because you didn't want to do your job. We couldn't do ours." Why am I like this? I'm a parent. I feel like I'm a parent to everybody in this world. Now, that's not mean. It's the truth. But, like, you know, I wasn't mean about it. Now she will never come back and take her electronics. She has to come back. It's her route. She has to come back. It's better. Bruh. She'll never come back and take her. She'll take her electronics. That's hilarious. Get more bees with honey. Better having knowledge doesn't mean you need to throw in her face. Number one, bees don't eat honey. They eat pollen. They shit out honey. You get more humans with honey. You never get bees with honey. You get more bees with flowers. Bees also sting. Here's a red line tap. See, Brian with the awesome route. Chatted up both the UPS and FedEx. I usually am chat people, and I'm also pretty nice with them. But as Brian has proved, most humans will do their job finally once you pay them twice, which is good. This is the way of the world we live in. The original paycheck is not people. That's why I'm such a parent to this world. People are so entitled. Well, after you pay them a second time and they do their job, that's amazing. I love tip culture, yeah. But I'm always nice to people. That is the thing. I'm actually known for being pretty nice. I go out of my way to be nice to people. I always ask waiters their name, ask them about themselves. Last night, we went to dinner. Jean was our waiter. We were a very, very pleasant experience with him. Let him know his service was great. Told him. So we very much enjoyed our night thanks to you. What was your name? My name is Jean. Thank you, Jean. This is a great experience. Thank you. Gave him a badass tip. Very informative, very nice guy. I come from like the honorable world of people working hard and getting nothing for it. So when people get a lot for it and don't work hard, I tend to be very parental to it. The further we baby that mentality, the worse it gets. Yeah. I'm always a parent. I'm always like, I'm strict. I'm loving and strict. But sarcasm usually goes a long way with people. Oh, but I definitely wasn't mean. I never mean to be. Ah! You want your wine club deliveries? Oh, yeah. Scott is for both of those. I'm usually always nice to people when it comes to like, especially service. When I was younger, and this is one thing I always kind of take offense. When I see other people actually being mean to people that don't deserve it. Like my mom, when I was a kid, worked 2 jobs, so we can like make do as kids. Like she worked like an 8-hour job that she didn't like to go work another 8 hours at a restaurant waiting tables. And I always hate when like people are snotty to like waiters and stuff. It's just a lot of times waiting tables is like a job. A lot of times, it's a career for a lot of people. For some people, it's a second job, right? You're already exhausted and usually go in there to provide for your family. And I always really take offense when somebody's just snotty to wait staff. That's like one of the things that irks me more than anything. I actually have gone out of my way. I went to this putt-putt place and there was somebody that was like mouthing off to this waiter or to the bartender, like just being drunk and obnoxious and like being crazy. So I tipped. I gave him $100 tip. He wasn't even serving me. Pop stroke. Where was it? Pop stroke, I think. Hi Doc, where were we at? You remember that? It wasn't pop stroke. It was like one. It was somewhere. We went somewhere. So I tipped there. I tipped their server for them. It was Putt Shack, wasn't it? Yeah. Idoc was there. We were like sitting there watching this guy just like berate this bartender, and he was just like doing his job. And so we were just like, wow, what an asshole. I almost walked over to the guy and I was like, hey, do you mind being nice to the server? I'm kind of like that to people too. I'm like the dad. I'm really fun at parties, I promise. But it's just like I have no patience with people that are like mean or lazy to others. So IDOC and I went out of our way to tip their server. We left $100 and we wrote them a nice note. We said, we think you're doing a great job. Chin up. So now we're sitting at the bar. And we were like, this douchebag shithole of a human is not going to tip this guy good. It's not usually their fault. There it is. Red line. Tap. 704. Boom. There it is. There's the tap. Should I go tape a dollar bill or a $10 bill to the note and say, every time you ring the doorbell, I'll give you a tip? Should I go put that on there? This is the second time that the FedEx person skipped the house. We got on camera. Last time, iDoc, your stuff was last time too. Same thing. He left a note. We'll come back later. Essentially, what happens, they walk up to the door and just walk up to the door and put the note on it and walk off. Sorry we missed you. Just like important work documents sent to her. This is kind of the height of the move. 59.23 S&P, 7-4 NASDAQ, and I think that's it. So I didn't make any trades today. This is just kind of a sit out and wait day. I don't normally short from here as well, but the market is likely to pull back from here. This is a solid retracement move. S&P and QQ have supports in this area. That's a pretty solid up move there. NASDAQ, that red line, I showed you guys that calculation earlier. It's a pretty solid calc. There's the resistance off of that. I told you guys, once it hits, you guys got to take the courses. And look at the rejection there. Gotta learn how to do this. We did this live on stream, show you the levels. Pretty cool trick. What's this? Something pretty neat happens there. To the penny. Doesn't mean it's going to sell off, but it tries to sell off. That retracement move. And anytime you touch the red line, predictable high volume pivot. Ooh, baby. Here. 300 contracts goes to 1500. It's a 5x spike in volume on the minute candle. SP and ASIC. And if you guys aren't convinced, like I said, right here, right here, here's a trick. Of all of this move, why here is important. The S&P is likely to test that as well, just like NASDAQ did. Very nice, very nice. 27.30, possibly. Yeah. Here's the 23 on S&P. Nice little move there. Resilience is strong. DD is strong. Strong, strong, strong. Yep. So, Paul, hey, what's going on? Yeah, so the old website and the old prices are going away, but we're still giving a discount to the legacy members. It's only like slightly more expensive. It's not even noticeable in difference. But you're still getting a really awesome deal to move to the new site. The new site has more stuff coming out. We're not releasing anything new on the old site anymore. And we're going to terminate the old site platform. We're going to basically cut off the server because we have platform in 2 different places and the old site hasn't been getting updates. The new site's the only one getting the updates. And we don't have the platform hosted in 2 different places. So all the new stuff that is coming out is going to be moved to the new site. Plus, it's also, going to be less stress on our networks and not have like multiple platform versions going in the same spot. It's only going to be like consolidated. So all of our prices at Rocket Place, now that Rocket Place is the new owner of everything, are $200 a month for the membership, but we're giving our legacy members a very big discount on that permanently. So if you're like an old member, you lock in a low rate on the new site. It's only slightly more expensive. And then your rate doesn't go up on the new site. So that's kind of the thing. Just like on the old site, when you locked in like old Rocket Scooter Legacy, it stayed that way all the way until the end, which is in 12 days. So that rate never went up for you guys, right? New site will be the same deal. It's like slightly higher, but then that'll stay that way for life, Paul. Our carry costs per customer went up, prices went up, exchanges charging us things like that. So it became a we had to raise prices just a little bit. I'm talking like $10 to $20 a difference. Won't be noticeable. Well, we sent you a code. Did you get your code in the email, Paul? Just use that code. And that is locked in for life when you do that one. So $50 on a bad deal for Legacy. It's not 50. Be cool if it was 50 though. If you sign up with us, we tend to honor the idea that if you get in early, you get a low price for life. It's always been that way. There was a time when you get Rocket Sphere for $35. Like when it first launched, and then it went up to like 65, then it went up to 100, then it went up to 200. All right, looks like we had that good bull long up trade up to DD up to red line outside of DD band. You guys know me, I don't usually trade outside of here. I usually take my every single time trade from here to here. I didn't take it today because at that point in time I was a little worried about Nasdaq having downside pressure, so I just avoided this trade. I normally would have taken this trade and been done with it. I normally don't trade outside of DD bands. If the market does fly up even higher, I'm often known to miss moves like that because I don't need moves like that to make a living. I scalp a living inside of here. My sell trade is a little different. I don't need to take every trade that moves. How do I calculate to sell or buy? You don't. The thing is with the market is you can't predict what happens at these pivots. Ever. The stock market's completely random. It's impossible to predict what the stock market's going to do. Pretty much in all instances, you just have probabilities. And so normally the way that this works is if I'm longing, I usually exit here because I don't know what it's going to do after that with any probability or certainty. So this is normally my exit point on a long. It doesn't mean I reverse it short. It just means that if I was long, this is where I would get out on the future side. Anytime you're outside of DD bands, these red lines are the pivot points you look for to time along. So I had one traded an hour in a market open. Like DD band break, high volume pivot on NASDAQ. See that right here? Big volume. Right here. 648 to 704. That's a long setup from here to here. I would be exiting my long just because anything can happen. I wouldn't be shorting it either, but yeah. That's how that works. Yeah. So outside of the bands, you don't have any pivots on liquidity maps. You can always use these red lines if you don't have any other ones. And so S&P like has nothing to go against. That red line is right there. SPY has really nothing to go against. That red line is right there. So normally days like this, I just normally miss out. I'm a little concerned that the maps are still like, the monthly maps are still not showing good, strong bullishness for now. At least this week is still kind of like bearish. So whatever green day we get from here, I think tomorrow might attempt to sell a little bit harder. But I'm not betting on a sell-off market. This retracement off of Friday's move is pretty strong. The market's attempting to be bullish. So we'll see if tomorrow's monthly map manifests to be a little better. But today was just a glorified sit-out day to me. And normally those big volatile days that retrace like this, I usually don't jump in on that move. It's usually more of a gamble than anything. It's better to not take a loss. Instead, take the predictable trades. With that being said, let's call it a day. Don't forget, our Black Friday stuff ends on Friday. We're doing the drawing tomorrow for 2 free lifetimes. If you have entered, and today's the last day to enter, get our monthly membership for 1 month, even though you can get a refund within 3 days. If you sign up during this little period, you get entered for a drawing. 2 lifetime memberships, $4,000 value. If you buy $250 worth of Elite Trader Funding eval accounts, you get entered into a drawing each time for bigger prizes, such as memberships and other cool stuff, merch, things. I don't know. We haven't come up with the price codes yet, but it's going to be cool once you start doing that. So make sure you use our link to go to Elite Trader Funding whenever you get your eval accounts through them. Discount right now, doing like a 90% off sale. Stock up on them while they're dirt cheap if you like a trader funding program. ETF's probably like the most affordable one out there. That's why I like them. All right. Talk to you later.